Hello, my name is Sam Holguin, one of the museum associates from the OSU Museum of Art, and today I will be talking about the silk robe, which was made in the 19th century during the Qing Dynasty in China. The robe is 54 by 87 inches, and this piece is part of the OSU Museum of Art's permanent collection. This robe has a red ground and is decorated with gold thread dragons and black cuff sleeves. There is no apparent waistband, and the garment is split down the middle, which indicates it likely was worn with a matching pair of trousers. Women during this time period actually did not wear skirts very often, and this garment likely belonged to a woman of elite status in the royal court. The Qing Dynasty was the last imperial dynasty of China and lasted from 1644 to 1912. This dynasty was marked with great population growth, and many people prospered, especially farmers who expanded their land. This was a time of peace as well for the nation, and commerce flourished. Art changed as well, and the style of painting in China began to borrow techniques from European artwork, largely due to the exchange of ideas and culture through the use of trade routes that extended across Asia into Europe. Artwork in China began to appear more representational and more lifelike. The ruling ethnic group of the Qing Dynasty was the Manchu people, an ethnic minority in China, and their culture greatly influenced many styles of the Qing Dynasty, especially in silk robe styles. Robes made of pure silk were virtually exclusive to the upper class, as silk was considered a luxury material only accessible to the royal court. Robes this elaborate were worn in the royal court for events such as weddings, birthday celebrations, and other social events. The dress code was strict, as the upper class was required to dress in elaborate silks and gold threads, while the lower class was restricted to lower grade materials such as cotton. Manchu-style clothing is easily identified by their cuff sleeves, slim-fitting body, and flared collars, some of which can be seen on the silk robe in our collection. Silk in Chinese clothing has a long history dating back thousands of years to 3500 BCE. The making of silk is tied into mythology, and the practice is thought to have originated from the wife of the mythological Yellow Emperor. Silk comes from the cocoons of silk moth larvae. An artisan will breed these moths to produce many larvae, who will feed on mulberry leaves until they mature and form cocoons. Once the cocoons are complete, they are boiled to kill the larvae, and this also dissolves the proteins that hold together the thin threads, making it easy to remove the individual threads and spin them into spools. Once this thread is gathered, they are dyed into different colors before they are placed on a large loom and woven into different garments and patterns. Patterns on the robes are just as important as the material, as each symbol represents something different. For example, the dragon seen on the silk robe in the OSU Museum of Art's permanent collection has 5 claws. The 5-clawed dragon is associated with the royal family, particularly the emperor or their extended family. A 4-clawed dragon is reserved for the grandsons and great-grandsons. An emperor's robe would have many other elements included, such as the 12 ancient symbols of imperial authority, which represent the emperor's power even over the elements of nature. Silk also played a major role in trade. Most famously, there is the Silk Road, which was a series of roads leading from Asia to many parts of Europe, and allowed for the transport of various goods as well as cultural exchange between different countries. Byzantine Emperor Justinian was even noted as having convinced 2 Persian monks who had lived in China to smuggle silkworms back to Constantinople in hollow bamboo canes. These worms would later become part of the silkworms used to supply Europe with silk of their own until the 19th century. The production of silk, however, decreased following World War II, as the use of artificial materials such as nylon became available, making production cheaper and more readily available. Thank you for joining us today. Check out our social media, especially our Facebook, for more daily art. Visit www.museum.okstate.edu to learn more about our collections, exhibitions, and programs. See you next time.